What's up, guys? No? Yo!
Better.
What's up, guys? It is the Anchor Podcast. And today we're resparking relationships.
That's our topic. How do you respark a relationship?
How do you do it?
When things start to die off.
Yeah.
You're no longer in those beginning stages where you're all hot and heavy for each other.
Yeah.
And you're so into doing anything and everything together.
Yeah.
I think we've both been in long-term relationships, so we both know that
Yeah.
we know things tend to kind of die off at some points. And it's like, what do you do to rekindle or to keep that kind of spark alive?
And I think it's important. I think it's actually the most important thing you could do is always try to spark a relationship.
Exactly. Treat it from like the way you treated it in the beginning. Always treat it like that.
Treat it like
you did the first day you saw her.
Yeah. I think, do you want to start or do you want me to go out and...
Go for it.
Yeah, so what I think people should do is...
And he's not drunk today.
I didn't even drink today.
No, I don't know what's wrong with you today.
So I'll just bring up...
I've been dealing with this all day.
Can you get me a glass of wine? Should we stop it?
No.
No, that's not a good idea.
I gotta play.
You gotta play? Where are you gonna play?
Tennis.
I hate... Anyways, so I'm gonna bring up something in my past that happened and how I resparked it again.
Okay, go for it.
So this is one of my very first loves back in the day, but I was getting to the point where I was getting bored and I was feeling that I was losing love for her. I thought I was falling out of love basically, but it wasn't true. So what I did, I'm like, how can I not love this girl anymore? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
I used to like have these heavy feelings for her, and I felt like maybe it was me that was kind of pushing them away because maybe in the back of my mind I wanted to do other things, and I just didn't want to be in there anymore just because I was intrigued by other things. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like parties and girls and this and that. And what I did was I kind of pushed myself. So I redid the same things that I did basically when I first fell in love with her, and like the romance, I like picked it up and like I just forced myself to do it,
Right.
to see if it worked.
Yeah.
And it ended up like resparking something really inside of me, and I fell in love with her all over again. It was like incredible.
That's amazing.
And I think if people do that, which they probably most of them don't, it would probably ignite your relationship again, and you'd see what you first had with this person, right? And you fall in love with them all over again. You just need to respark that romance, and you need to, work again, because when you stop working, that's when it all goes downhill.
Right.
It's relationships
Of
are work.
course, they are work. I look at them like a partnership, like a job, basically. If you stop showing up to your job, and if you stop giving 100%, and you don't finish what you're supposed to finish on time, and you don't do what you have to do, what tends to happen, right? You're at risk of losing that job. And as a relationship, you're at risk of losing your relationship, and things start to go kind of sour and downhill. So you got to make sure that you're always keeping on top of it. Some people have a tendency to get into a relationship and then they get really comfortable. And I'm not like bashing anyone, specifically or bashing anyone in general. But a lot of people let themselves go. That's a part of it too, right? It's like when I fall in love with someone, I fall in love with, the way they look, how they approached me at the very beginning, maybe the clothes that they used to wear. Then a lot of marriages, I've noticed, or relationships, people start gaining a ton of weight. They don't brush their hair. Women are not putting makeup on anymore. And yes, I get it. You're supposed to be in love with someone for who they are, but at the same time, that doesn't give you a reason
to let
go of yourself and completely fall apart.
You have to stay healthy.
Yeah, you have to stay healthy.
basically, you know, letting yourself go, gaining weight and whatever, the obesity thing, that's a health risk too.
Exactly.
Why would you like let yourself go in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, to each his own. At the end of the day, to each his own. And I get it. We can all get comfortable and it happens, but
yeah, we're all guilty of it, but to what extent, right?
yeah, try a little harder. And
Yeah.
that could be the respark to your relationship.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you're throwing it out there for, well, throw in sex in there. Maybe throw on that lingerie, you know, as a woman that you used to wear at the beginning of the relationship. And now you're throwing on like Joe Fresh pajamas. You know, it's not the same. You want to keep that fire kind of going, you know, have a date night. You know, if you have kids, maybe, I know unfortunately not everyone has their in-laws or their parents to take care of the kids, or maybe a family member. Hire maybe a babysitter if you can for one night. Maybe you can't do it often because financially you're not stable. We'll throw out the worst case scenarios because everyone is different. Save up a little money to put that money aside. Go out for a movie night and popcorn, you know?
Do you think that's what a lot of married couples are doing these days? Is that they're again, the comfortability and just, you know, they become homebodies and not wanting to go out anymore, not wanting to do anything. That falls into like maybe catching a respark too, right?
Exactly. A perfect example I use, like, he might kill me, but I'm going to use my brother. So my brother hasn't been married for like 20 years or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I admire like him and his wife. They're like always doing things together. They go to the gym together, which is so cool because they're, you know, inspiring each other to become better versions of themselves.
Yeah.
They eat healthy together. They cook together.
Oh,
like
beautiful.
A lot of the things that they do,
That's so cute.
It's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
They do together, and they travel obviously together. And one thing I have noticed that they do is they have date nights. Every week they have like a date night that they do.
Wow.
Whether it be to go for a pizza or a burger, they get dressed up and they go out, and that's their time together. They discuss how work is going, you know, maybe plans that they have. And I really feel that like sparks a relationship. It could be the smallest thing. You don't have to spend an arm and a leg. Go grab an ice cream together.
Yeah.
But it's that quality time you guys have with each other.
Yeah. No, that's very important.
Yeah.
That's very important. Imagine just freaking sitting at home like this in front of the TV every single day for 10 years straight.
Oh my God. And I know people
You
like
guys
that.
would lose interest in each other.
Yeah.
We were put here on this earth not to look at a box and sit on a couch all frigging day.
No.
But to get outside in the nature where we were meant to be, where we came from, the earth.
Yeah.
And to rise up and talk to each other and socialize and do it in a public setting, do it with friends, do it with your family. But, majority of the time, you should do it with your significant other. Keep trying. Always work on it. Go out. Keep doing stuff. Keep it interesting. Like,
Yeah.
you know, excuse me.
Oh God. Yeah, like you definitely need to look at what I have to deal with. I can't even focus.
I don't know why I'm laughing. I think it's me being tired.
Probably.
Anyways, sorry. Spark it up.
Spark it up. But yeah, coming up with kind of a plan. I think also, like, again, it depends on really people's financial situation. But traveling is a huge thing that really reignites a relationship. Even if you could get away for a weekend, you know, if you can go somewhere like the Bahamas, you know, you take a 3-4 day little mini vacation, but that alone time makes all the difference. You're going out for dinners together, you're spending the mornings together at the beach, or whatever it is that you guys like to do as a couple. It's finding those things that you guys enjoyed doing at the beginning of the relationship and re-implementing them in your current relationship, whether you're 10 years together in a relationship or it's, you know, the fact that you're married, but it's taking that time again to spend with each other. And I feel people don't do it enough.
No.
So like things that I've noticed that I've done in my own like past relationships, I'm very much like a kid at heart. So I remember one of my exes lived on his own. And like he had given me a key to get into his place. And so one day I had gone over and I was like just waiting for him to get home from work. So I wrote down like on a sheet of paper. I think this is kind of cute and fun. I wrote down on a sheet of paper, I left you a gun. Sounds creepy. I left you a Nerf gun. And you have to find me. And the first person to get shot has to do like the dishes, because we were going to make pizza together. And like the first person to get shot had to clean the whole kitchen. So I was hiding in like a closet, and this guy like came in with his Nerf gun, and like we went at it shooting each other. And it was like the funnest thing.
Fun.
It was the funnest thing ever. And like he had a blast, and we're not like 15 years old. We're in our like 20s at like this point, but it was like such a blast, like such a good time. And I think I ended up doing the dishes anyways, but it doesn't even matter. The whole point is resparking that whole like relationship. And I don't know. I think just stuff like that in general is just like kind of fun and like stupid, and it doesn't cost you anything.
That's important. Like getting back to basics with like relationships.
$10, 2 Nerf guns, $10.
It's as simple as that. And I have a similar story. Like her and I would like leave each other little notes like you did.
Yeah.
And it's the cutest thing. I left a note on her desk once, and she got it, and she was like so like happy. Aww. She like started crying. And I just basically said, hey babe, you know, I love you, I hope you have a great week, whatever. And that was it. And it's stuff as simple as that can like keep you going, right?
Exactly. Wow. Like resparking
just showing each other like you know you care for each other. You're still looking at each other.
Yeah.
You're still loving the qualities, loving her personality, and
yeah,
you know, keep it engaging.
Exactly. And a lot of people think that men aren't into that type of stuff. They are. Like, I
love it, man. I get like
all mushy inside
and, like, butterflies, and it's like it's so sweet. I haven't had that happen to me in a long time though.
Me either.
I barely have any dates. Let's be honest. I don't have any dates.
Oh God.
No dates.
It's okay. It's coming. Manifesting it. It's coming.
That's right.
Universe is going to send it to you.
They're coming. I believe.
They're coming. They're, in snail mode, but they're coming. That's how they're coming. I hope they look better than that, but they're coming.
Anyways.
But yeah, or even another thing that I find is like cute and tends to work is like, I don't know, if somebody's taking a shower with the steam of the shower. You guys might all think this is like really like Rico Suave and kind of stupid and whatever, but like leaving an I love you on the mirror with the steam, or like, a little cute little note, or like you look hot in the shower. Come on, like leave each other's those
little
stupid little things that you think that wouldn't make a difference. Trust me, they make a difference, especially when a guy is doing it for a girl. If there's any word of advice I could give you, men, women love that mushy stuff. Just do it. And you see how you're going to get rewarded that night. You will get something out of it. Let me tell you. Just do it.
It's even like little things. It's cliche, but it's still like very important. But flowers. I know not all women enjoy flowers, because I had a friend who didn't like when her boyfriend would buy her flowers at all. She like hated it.
I'm not the biggest fan either.
But it's nice when you get a whole bouquet of like roses or a whole, a nice plant, and it goes a long way to show that someone's still thinking about you. Right?
Exactly.
Even if it's like it's a little thing. I used to do that. I used to bring flowers, and I used to like, even if she was feeling sick that day and we were going grocery shopping, or we were going here, and even if she didn't want to go in, I would go inside, and then I would pick out like a little rose and a chocolate bar, and like write something on the card inside the grocery store, then come out and just give it to her, and she'd be like, "What's this?" And
That's
she'd be
so
like
cute.
Laughing and like,
yeah.
happy at the same time. It kind of brightens up your day.
It's
right?
those kind, small gestures that make all the difference.
Yeah.
And people don't do them anymore, and I don't know why.
Yeah. These are definitely some resparkers for sure.
Yeah, I find another resparker is communication should always be there, but I feel that a lot of people kind of get into the rut of a routine, right? So then you stop communicating. You're obviously communicating with the person, but you're not communicating with them in regards to your relationship. Like, how are you feeling? Like, what's been going on? Like, is there something on your mind? Do you want to talk about stuff? Blah, blah, blah. I think even taking that little bit of time to do that makes all the difference.
Take their feelings and their emotions into consideration and how they might be feeling that day of. It actually should be a natural thing, caring about the other person and always engaging in a day-to-day, making it routine.
Yep, you would think so.
It's very important. How are you doing? How's your day? Oh, what's going on? You're not having a bad day. And then, get into that mode where you push them up, like raise them up and put them on the pedestal and then tell them, hey, you're smart, you're intelligent. I'm sure you're going to figure out your day. I love you. And, if you need anything, if you need me to, come and visit you for a coffee at work and whatever. And stuff like that.
That reassurance goes up
a long
way, big time, like big time reassurance.
Yeah.
It's, excuse me, I'm choking on my own spit. Totally didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Are you sure?
But I was gonna say something, but it sounds so bad.
No.
Anyway,
pervert. No.
See, it made me lose my train of thought.
Okay, get that train. Get on that train. Catch that train. It's so ahead, but you can catch it.
I can catch it. I totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Really?
Yeah, honestly.
About engaging or anything in the relationship.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, no.
Hate when that happens.
I know, me too. I hate it too because to get back in the conversation is like kind of tough, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh no, what are we going to talk about next?
Yeah.
But basically reassuring.
Yes, sorry. Now, okay, reassuring. So have you guys ever heard, I don't know if anyone out there has done it, but if you haven't done it, it's really, really good.
Yeah. Tell me more.
The 5 love languages. Have you heard of it?
The 5 love
It's a quiz that you do. It's a book.
Yeah.
But with it is a quiz, and like you could figure out
what touch
yes, reassurance.
I think I've done that, but it happened to me like a very long time ago. I don't really remember it, so tell them what it is.
Yeah, so basically what it's about is it's this book called The 5 Love Languages.
Yeah. And
you're able to do a quiz to figure out what type of love language is yours. So everybody's different. So someone's might be, physical touch. That's how they feel loved the most, by being touched, a kiss, a hug, whatever the case may be. Another person might like gifts. So constantly getting gifts and showered with gifts or whatever, like a kind gesture, I bought you this little pen or whatever that you like. Another love language could be reassurance. Some people like to be reassured that they're loved. Another love language is, hearing it on a regular basis. Like, I love you. You're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. So basically that's what the quiz is, figuring out what that person's love language is. And
now, do you think that every couple should do this little quiz, or it depends,
Me personally, I think so. Yeah. I think it makes a big difference. I've done it in the past with some of my significant others who were into it as well. Yeah. And I found that it worked quite well for us, because if I know that your love language is not gifts, and I'm constantly showering you with gifts, but I'm not an affectionate person towards you, and that's your main love language, then in a sense, I'm neglecting you.
You're neglecting. Yeah, that makes total sense.
So I think it's really good to know what your person's love language is. So that's another great thing that people can kind of implement in their relationship
to spark things
to
up
spark
again.
things up,
Because
right?
maybe in the first place they never even knew what each other's love language was.
To begin with,
To
yeah.
begin with.
Some people are able to figure it out, like you're able to gauge.
Yeah, socializing,
exactly.
communication, that should really happen naturally.
Right. If you're a good reader
But if
and like
not, then maybe that could re-spark
Exactly.
the relationship if things are going downhill.
yes,
Huh.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
You have nothing to lose by doing it. You have everything to gain.
Yeah.
Because you're going to come to realize what their love language is. If
Yeah.
they're huge on like affection and cuddling and stuff, then maybe if you've been a bit distant with them and they're becoming more distant and kind of cold and, passive aggressive, maybe it's because you're not showing them the type of love that they need. And it has nothing to do with them actually being upset, but kind of maybe feeling left out, So I feel like figuring out your significant other's feelings is also a great way to re-spark,
Yeah.
the
And
relationship.
I know there are couples that and they shouldn't really do this, but there are couples out there that are sometimes, a lot of time vulgar to each other, and they say mean things to each other.
Yeah,
and
that's
all the
not
time,
okay.
and, like, even if it's as a joke all the time, it could really like break your spirit and
Exactly.
like push you away from the relationship, because there's like, you guys aren't really like engaging in each other in a positive way, but more negative way.
Well, you
Even though-
shouldn't lose respect for your significant other.
yeah. So if you're always like kind of making fun of the other one or like putting them down, even
Right.
as a joke all the time, I think that could really not spark things, kind of go the opposite way
exactly.
with things, right? So maybe try to, instead of always saying bad things to them, if they stress you out, if they irritate you here, irritate you there, try and keep that in, like talk to them about it, what's making you irritated, but like try and build that person up, and it should go and it should be reciprocated.
Exactly.
And that's a re-spark as well, because I know people who do that, and words hurt and words cut.
Of course.
Maybe try to do the opposite, and that's another re-spark
Yeah.
as well.
And if you are really hot-headed, maybe removing yourself from the situation, in that moment. I know we all tend to get heated, myself included, like when I'm really upset.
Apologies go a long way.
Well, apologies, but like if you know that you're about to blow up and rip the person apart, walk away and say, you know what, like I need 10 minutes to gather my thoughts, to just cool off and go chill in another room or go do what you got to do, and then revisit the situation after. Because like you said, when you're putting each other down, that really damages a relationship, like quite a bit. You don't realize it in some cases, but it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when a couple gets all into it, it like the cuts go back and forth, and it's like you can't stop it. It's like a fire, and you need to call the fire trucks to extinguish the fire,
exactly.
because it goes, you're this, oh yeah, what happened when you did this, oh yeah, blah, blah. And then I think I've had that happen to me when I was younger, and it like goes on. It's like you guys have to come to a common understanding, and just like settle it and say, okay, you know what, I don't want to fight anymore.
Exactly.
What can we do to fix this?
Well,
Let's talk
definitely
about it.
don't bring up the past.
Yeah,
If
that's
you've
bad.
squashed past, things that have happened, like situations and problems, please leave them in the
Leave them in
past.
the past.
I've seen some people get into fights in front of me, and they'll bring up something that happened in like 1986. Remember when you did this, and this,
my
and it's like,
gosh.
oh my God, why are you bringing that up?
And
if you
that
already
also,
dealt
like-
with it, leave it there.
Yeah, because that also sparks fires,
Exactly.
and it doesn't stop. So I think being able to being able to extinguish the fire before it gets any worse is very important.
Definitely.
And apologizing and asking for forgiveness, and that could also like leave things on good terms for you guys to like keep pressing forward and re-spark things, right? If you learn to cool down, calm down, and not scream, not yell, but just do things in a good way.
Agreed.
So
1000%
that's
agreed.
important.
Yeah.
So like resparking, there's a lot that we went over that you can really do to bring your relationship back on top. And I've really done a lot of these things before. Not that they worked out or anything, but when you find the right person, they will work. So you should keep working on that person that you know you're going to be with or that you're married to.
Yes.
If you're married to that person and you feel like it's going down and, you know, you're not feeling love for them anymore, you can totally respark it. I believe it. And all of you can do that. And it's very important that you do that because you still love them. And I think you should try it.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Definitely. Make the effort, put the effort in. A lot of things start to fall apart because people are no longer putting the effort. It's plain and simple.
That's what it is.
It's plain and simple. That's what it is.
All it is.
From both ends. Both
Yeah.
people have to put 100% and you'll see things move forward in a positive way. If it's meant to be. Of course, you know, taking into consideration different situations and whatnot. But for the average person, if it's little problems here and there, these things can totally be squashed.
They can, and you don't really need a psychologist to tell you these things, right? You can kind of figure it out if things are really, you know, just it's like little fights or, you know, you guys are just staying home all the time. You should sense what these things are, and you can like be like, okay, we're not doing anything. We're at home right now. We're at home all the time. Let's try and do something else. Like, for these small little things, you can respark it on your own. You don't really need anyone to tell you what to do to respark your marriage or relationship. But sometimes people do need that too, right? They just need to hear it. And they're like, oh, why didn't I think of this before? But,
like a non-biased opinion.
Yeah. So there you go. I hope you guys took all of that and, you know, take it into consideration, the things we told you about, and respark your marriages, respark your relationships. And we want to see you flourish. We want to see you guys happy, all our viewers, and we want to see your relationship overall healthy.
Exactly.
So any other things you wanted to say to these peoples?
Yeah, just keep giving it 100% and you'll definitely...
100.
What he said.
Hundreds.
100. And you'll definitely see things, you know, change. It might not happen overnight or in a week, but it'll take a little bit of time. Like everything else, things take some work, but put the effort and, like, I promise you, things will definitely turn around.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
So respark that in a good, nice, sexy way. Love it. Like it.
That's so creepy. Okay, let's just end this because you're going to be dealing with this the rest of the time, if not.
The whole time.
My socks falling off.
Don't let your socks fall off because your feet are cheesy. No one likes that.
Oh, God.
I smell them from here.
They don't.
They smell like cheese poofs.
Oh, God.
Don't lie. They smell them too.
They do not.
Look at her cheesy feet. Did you wash them today?
I did. Okay, enough, guys. Like, subscribe,
comment, and share.
We'll drop at the bottom of our comments on the YouTube video, like under the YouTube video, the name of the book. So people could check it out, The 5 Love Languages.
I was what book? Did we write books? I don't think so.
And this is not an ad. It's just like something I've come across and it's really helped me.
5 Love Languages, right?
Yes, 5 Love Languages.
Okay, yeah. Let's get that to you guys. We'll drop it down like a link, right?
Yep, we'll drop it below and you guys could check that out.
And yeah, respark that.
Respark it.
Yeah, girl.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye. Toodles. Toodly. Toodaloo. Perfect. I wanted to finish by 7:30.
Hey, you got what you wanted.
You might want to stop it, though.
You might want to stop it.
I don't know how I would.
I don't know how you would.
Stop being freaking lazy.
Yeah, girl, yeah. She's shutting off the lights so quick. She wants to get out of here to play tennis. Who are you playing? Who are you playing tennis with, Lisa? Tell us. My friend. That's clear.
Can't we
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends?